Yeah, hi, hello everyone. Welcome to the session. Just let me know that you are able to hear me and as well as you are able to see my screen. Just let me know so that we can start. Okay, fine. So here the demonstration is about learning full stack development. So before I start into this, full stack development and all, let me give some small, brief introduction about me. My name is Keshav and I have been working as full stack developer for 9 plus years and also into the training. I'm working as a full stack developer at the same time I'm working as a trainer out of my passion. I'm doing this one trainings. So that's it. Let's not waste time and jump into the topics. So before I talk about this word called full stack development, let me talk about the basic types of software applications which we generally use in our daily basis. Right. So in that we have so many applications will be there depending on different category. But if you look at them as a broader perspective, we have two category of applications will be there. One is the one which I am using right now, that notepad, and something like we have a calculator and some media players, right? So these are one category of applications here. So other than this, we do have the other category of applications also available. They are something like Gmail, Facebook, Book My Show, IRCTC, etc. So these are other category of applications. So now the question is, I want you to participate that what is the difference between these two. I'm not talking about much technical things here. Just by looking at that, what is the difference we can able to see. As a user, I'm talking as a normal user. What is the difference we can able to see? Whenever we talk about these two kinds of applications. So anyone, all of you have to participate. Every answer is the right answer. Everyone can participate here. What's the difference? The fundamental difference between those two. Nipun, Nalluri.
Yeah, first one is standalone application,
Okay.
so not require internet.
Okay.
The second one requires internet connection.
Okay. Good. So the thing is, just by looking at this, we can say, as a user, I'm talking. As a user, we can say to use this, no internet is there, right? Means we don't require internet to work with those kind. But these are also available in the computer, which we work on daily basis. The second category also will be working with the computer only, which will work on daily basis. The thing is, if you want to use them, we don't require any internet. But if you wanted to use the second category, definitely we require internet. But why actually we don't require internet in this case, and why we need internet in the second case? That is what we are going to see now. So once we are done with that, then we will come into this praise or word called full stack development. First we need to understand, because before we learn anything, we should know, right? It's not about technology, or it's not about course and some subjects in that. First we should know why actually we need to learn that particular course or learn those particular subjects. So that is what we are going to see. And the name of this category of applications are like standalone applications. We call them standalone applications. And the second category of applications, we call them as web based applications. Usually people say web applications, or we can say web-based applications. So to develop this first category of applications, so as a user I talked as of now, but to develop this category of applications, one should be knowing one of the like general purpose languages like C++, Java, any language they should know, and they should be very good with this language. Then people will be developing the application. So using this language, what they will do, they will create some programs, and all these programs together will give you that particular software application. Let's say for example, we have Microsoft Word, MS Word. MS Word is also a standalone application. In that, what we do, we add one new page. In that page, what we will do, we add some text, again we add some image, right? So different things we do in that. So every activity is like a program. All the programs together they created something like MS Word. That is a software application, right? And the the style of this kind of applications is that we need only one system to work with this kind of application. What is the meaning of this one system? Means that application should be with us. Like we have to first install that application into our computer. We have to install it in our computer. So it is like just install once and use any number of times you wish. So this is the motto of the standalone applications. We have to install it once and you can use any number of times. So to running of these applications, we don't require the help of other system. But whereas the second case, so what is the second case? Web-based applications. So in this category of web-based applications, here we require internet. Why actually we require internet here? Because at a time two systems must be connected if you wanted to work with the web-based applications. What are those two systems? That, see guys, to tell this, I can tell you with simple example that you people are using Gmail. If I ask you a simple question that where is the Gmail? Where is your Gmail? If I ask you that, if you say that the Gmail is in my phone, if you say your Gmail is in your phone, then if you open, yes, it will be. But the same Gmail you can open in your laptop. Yes. Your Gmail you can open in your laptop, or in your friend's laptop also you can open your Gmail. In any other computer also you can open your Gmail, provided if you know that username and password properly, then you can able to open. Which means actually your Gmail is not in your phone. You understood, right? We are accessing through our phone, or we are accessing it through our laptop, but actual Gmail, your Gmail related data is not stored in your phone or your computer. It is stored some other place. Got it? So if we wanted to work with Gmail kind of application, at a times two systems must be there. Which the system which we are using and the system which in where actual data is stored. Understood? And to connect to that system only we use internet. So the system whichever we use at our place is called client system, and the system in which actual data is stored is called server system. The client system can be your phone, or the client system can be some you'll be having some tablet like iPad, right? It can be some tab, or it can be one computer, or it can be laptop. That can be anything, different devices it can be, which means here the meaning of PC is here something like desktop. So that client system can be anything. Using this we'll be connecting to the server system. Now tell me, let's take example of Gmail. Client is you, means your system. Where is the Gmail server system will be obviously at the Google Office, right? If you're talking about Gmail server, that is not present at our place, that is at Google Office, right? Means that is present in a remote location. This is not local, this is somewhere else, some other place it is there. But what is our duty now? We have to connect our system to that Gmail server system. Is it possible for us to establish some connection so that it will be connected from our system to the Gmail server directly? We cannot have our own connection. To make you understand, I cannot have my own cable from my computer to Gmail server computer. So it is not possible to connect from our own infrastructure. So that is the reason here what we do is we take the help of internet. Understood? The meaning is here in this internet, assume like this line is like a internet. To this, so many computers are already connected. If you are using internet means your computer is connected to the internet. Like that, Gmail server computer is also connected to the internet. So like that, so many things are connected to the internet. Let's say for example, this line is like a internet. Assume now, and to this, assume this is your computer, okay, and this is your friend computer, this is your mobile phone, right, and this is your college computer, like that. Assume, and this is a Facebook server computer, and this is a Gmail server computer, and this is something like Twitter server computer. So like that, so all these boxes think that are computers, okay, they are already connected to the internet now. So like this, so many millions of computers are already connected together. So let's say your example, this is PC1 or something like that, which is your computer. Just assume like that. So PC1, your computer, and assume this is the Facebook server computer. Server is also like a computer. The only difference is normal computer, personal computers, we use the mouse, keyboard, and monitor, and server computers are where only CPUs will be there. They'll be just working. Now here, what we have something like Gmail computer, Gmail server computer. Now what I have to do, I have to connect from my computer to the Gmail. But already we know so many things are connected. But how can I connect it to only exactly that particular one? Because we have to connect only to that particular system. See guys, same works for our class also. Now if I want to talk anything directly, I say like friends or guys, something like students, like that I can talk. But if I want to talk to you only particularly, or if I want to talk to only one person particularly, then I have to use something identity which is unique to them, like name. Then that particular person only will be called, right? So for that, here also to connect to that, here we use some identity called IP address. What we call it as IP address. So in our PC, what we type? We type the IP address of that particular, Gmail. Gmail server will have an IP address. Right? You people know, right? Usually IP addresses start something like this. Not 192, some number, something like this, some blah blah blah. Right? In this way, we can able to connect it to the server computer. But the thing is, can we remember these IP addresses? No. For one thing, you may remember. If I ask you to remember, because on our daily life we work with so many applications, right? It's impossible to remember the IP addresses for all websites. So that's the reason what we do here is instead of connecting through IP address, we use something like domain names. What we use? Domain name concept. Let's say for same example, a Gmail server computer which is connected to the internet is having 192.23 point something, some address is there. Instead of that IP address, what we use to connect is something like this. This is called a domain name. Now people, easy, right? So gmail.com for users as a human beings, this is easy for us. But those numbers, dots, it's not a easy thing. Got it? So that is what domain. But this is only for us. The moment we type that, internally how computers are connected is only through IP address. Internally they connected through IP address, but we provide domain name because so that we can understand. Clear? And this mapping will be done, but we don't do as a developer. We don't do. Some infrastructure administrator people will do that. That is this IP address they will match with this domain name. Clear? So we can match with the IP address. Yeah, they will match with this domain name with that particular IP address so that whoever types this domain name, that IP address related computer means server will be opened. Clear? That mapping always, whenever you purchase any domain, if your name is something, what's your name? Sai. So if your name is something like Sai, then if you purchase something like sai.com domain, then the moment whenever you are purchasing at that time only one IP address will be dedicated to you. So that both will be matched. So whoever visits sai.com, then that whatever you kept in that site.com server, that will be opening. Understood? You and your friends are using one mobile or something system, that is their client system. There they will try to connect to your server system, then they will type site.com so that they can able to see. Clear? So this is just about how to connect. Why we have to connect? Because the problem is we have to connect our client system with the server system. Directly we cannot connect, because we cannot establish that connection from our place to that place. You people know intranet, right? That is, in some big companies, so many computers are there, so from one room to other room, but they are interconnected because they will be having the wires. They can able to link with that LAN connection and all. That is possible from this system to that system. But if the system is here, other system is at some 4,000 kilometers away, 5,000 kilometers away, it's not at all possible. That's the reason we take the help of what? Internet. Clear? So now the thing is, what is that full stack development is and what that is about. So as of now, whatever we talked so far is two categories of applications are there. They are standalone applications which will just run on one computer. We just have to install them. We have to run it. The second category is like web-based application, or we say web applications. To run them, two systems are required: client and server. But why? To match those two systems or to connect to them, we need internet. That aspect we discuss. Now we are going to talk about. I will later. I will give time. You can take. I will not remove. I will give. So this is about what your complete web application means what, and this server and client. Now we are going to talk about that full stack web development. And in our day-to-day life, we usually come across with so many web applications, right? Let's say, for example, Facebook, something like some online shoppings like Amazon, and some mailing application like Gmail, some booking like bus booking, something train booking, IRCTC, or we have something like Red Bus, that, right, where people will book buses. Pre-booking buses, people will book online, you know that, right? See, all these are the different web applications or websites. So we are, as a user, we are working with them, but how to create them, that is what about web application development. What we call it as web application development. So whoever does this complete end to end web application development are known as full stack developers, and this end to end web application development is known as full stack development. Got it? Got the clarity, right? Don't worry how to and all. I will talk now. But the thing is, we usually work with two kinds of application. One is standalone applications. Those applications you don't require any special things. You should be very good with one language, and you have to write some code, and that code together will be created one application that should be installed in the computer so that you can able to work with that. That's it. We don't have any internet. People no need to log in, sign up. Not required. Not, notepad. Use it. That's it. Those are one category. The second category is like a web-based application. In that, at a time, two systems must be there. The system which you are using, client system, and actual system where your data is stored is called server system. Clear? And we have to send some data to that server system. Then server will respond. You'll be getting some a message back. All these things will happen in the second category called web-based application. So here the full stack development meaning is the whatever the things which we develop, whatever the things which we use like Facebook, Gmail, Amazon and all, we have to develop them. So if you wanted to develop those applications, that is called web application development, and the process of developing this from end to end web application development, that is known as full stack development. So now we are going to see how exactly a web application is going to work, that we are going to see, and we will see what are the different technologies involved in this web application development. So that is what we are going to see now. Yeah, as we discussed already, it contains two things, that server system and as well as client system. Assume this is the client system and assume this is the something like server system. Okay, what you will do, let's say example of Gmail. What you will do with the Gmail? So the moment you open, assume like this is the client system, no? Here, the moment you open client system, in that you will be opening a browser, and there you will be typing something like gmail.com, right? The moment you type something like gmail.com, then it will be connected to that Gmail system. Means something will be opened over there. What generally you can able to see, you can see sign up form, you can see sign in form, something like that. Now assume you don't have Gmail account. Assume as of now you do not have Gmail account. What you will do here? In this you'll be opening the browser, right? And in this you'll be typing gmail.com, where you'll be having register some link will be there, sign up. There what you will do, you'll be entering all your data, like your first name, right? Your first name, your last name, and your something like your mobile number, your nationality. Depends. Different kind of inputs will be giving, and at the end, important thing is you'll be clicking a button like register or submit. The moment you click that, what happens is the data will go to the server system. From your client system to the data will go to the server system here. Then inside the server system, what will be there is there will be already one program will be written in the server system. Let's say the name of that program is something register. What is the program name? Register. What program means what? Definitely it's a combination of some coding will be there, right? Assume how to write, I will tell you later. Now the data is coming from the client, like all the user details. What will be the user will enter some details. Assume that data is coming in this box. This box is for the data. Now what this register program will do is that will take the data and it calls the database. Internally server will be having a database, so it calls the database, and that whatever the data you are entering, the data will go and store in the database. Clear? And how it will store? Code will be written. For everything, code will be written. Assume in this case Gmail, here in this database, you will be having one table called users table, something like that will be there in that database. So your data will go and store in the users table. So this is what happens with the register program name. I am telling register, but it can be anything, the name can be anything. And once this is stored, then what happens again here is one small message will be generated here inside that register program. Once your data is stored in the database, one small message will be generated, and that message will be sent back from your server system to the client system, and that message will be something like your registration successfully completed. Just some confirmation message that will be generated in that program called register, and that will be sent back from your server system to the client system. And assume this is the a message. Clear? Now here, whatever we send from our client system to the server system is known as request. What we say it is request. Means whatever the data we enter and we click that register something button, right? That is called request. And whatever it is coming back from that server system to the client system is known as response. Clear? So this is what usually happens in every web application. One request will go from your client system to the server, then something will be happening, then after some time you will be getting the response. But all these things happen quickly. You don't see like it is going, waiting, again coming back. We don't see all these things. Everything will happen quickly. Within seconds, it will not even seconds. In 1 second only everything will be happening. Right? Now, second thing, okay, we took the example of Gmail, right? Again, you wanted to work with the Gmail. What you will do? Again, you will be sign up? No, right? Again, you will do registration. You want to work with Gmail every day? You will do registration? No, we don't do registration for every day, right? We do it only on one time. Every time we'll be just working with that. So the assume like this is the second time we want to work with the Gmail. What we will do with the just login? Good. We just have to go with something like only login. So here, I hope you are able to see this screen, this one, all of you. This is the paint whichever I explained now. This is what the screen for that. Yeah. So here what happens? I just repeat the same. Like you'll be having one registration page. Will be there in the client system. You'll be entering all the data. The moment you click register button, then what happens? Data will go from your client system to the server system. The data is going. Then inside the server system, you'll be having one program called register program that will take your data, whatever it is coming from the client, and it calls the database and it opens the database. The data will be stored in the user table. That's it. After that, what it will do, the small circle is there, no, it is generating some like message, and that message will be sent back from your server to the client. Message can be your registration successfully completed, finished, something like that. So that is called response. Whatever it goes from client to the server is called request. Whatever it comes back from server to the client is called response. Clear? Now second time we want to use the Gmail. Then, as you already told, we don't require to enter all the registration details. Not required. This time we will be simply going with an option called what, login. If you wanted to what you call, like, login, what we have to do, simply two things only. We have to provide username and password. Two things only, username and password. Assume we entered that username and password. Then here we have to click a button called sign in or login. Then what happens? Again your data, whatever the username and password you enter, again it will go from your client system to the server system. And inside the server system, we will be having other program. We will be having so many programs available in the server system. Assume there is one program here available already, and that program name is something like login. What is the program? Login, or validation or login program. What this program will do is, this time you are entering what? Username and password. Assume your name is Sai at Gmail, username, and your password is 1234. In that way you registered. Assume. Now today we are entering something Sai at Gmail only, but password we are entering something different. ABCD something you are entering. Then what happens is, this will take the data, and where our original data is stored, that is present in the database, right? It will take the data from the database. So what login program will do? Login program will recheck it, that it will take the data from the database with that name called Sai Gmail. What is the actual password is there? That password will be taken, and whatever the password you are entering now in this, that both will be matched. What are the possibilities? Two possibilities. May be correct, may not be correct. Right? Definitely only two possibilities. If it is correct, then what happens is here, yeah. So here what will happen is, one like one home page will be generated here. In that login, one home page will be created, and that home page will be sent back as a response to your client, provided you give the correct username and password. That is one case. Or the other case, you will be writing wrong password. You will be entering wrong username and password. In that case, what happens is, one small message will be generated here, like username and password do not match, or your English can be anything. You can write any message. Your entered password is wrong, or your password and username is not matching. Something like that will be entered over here. So once that is done, then that message will be sent back to the client as a response. Yeah, that is what we will be providing, that one link also. If you forgot that password, please click this link, like forgot password. Something link also we can generate. Anything, because we are writing the program, using that we can do anything. So like this, one program login, register, other program is login. Not only this, assume we open Gmail. In that we can search the mails also, right? Already existed mails will be there. There in that we can search the mail. So in that you are typing something like ENGL, something like that. Then any mails containing that word called ENG something will come, right? Yes or no? That is also one program. That is also one program. Let's say for example search program. What that is called? Search program. If I talk about Gmail, these programs will be there. But if I talk about Amazon, like it's a shopping cart, right? shopping site. So where I will be having more registration will be there, login will be there, search will be there, cart items will be there, purchase will be there, place the order will be there, yes or no, review will be there. For product you can give the review, right? So like that I have so many, you know, programs. All these programs where server side are there, where are there, are these program server side. So to develop all these programs at a server side are together, all the programs together which are happening at the server side are called server side software. What we call it as server side software. This is a server side software. To develop this software or these programs all together is a software. To develop this, what we should do here is, as a programmer we should know one of the programming languages. There are some server side programming languages, we have to learn them. Example here are, you can use Java, or you can use something like Node.js, or you can use something like Python, or you can use something like .NET. Got it? Using any of these languages we will be writing the code, that's it. How to write, not required now, clear? I told programs, right? Login program, registration program. To develop those programs we should learn one of the programming language. That is what I am doing, that's it. You should know either Node or Java or Python or .NET. You don't require to be good at two three things. You need only one language or one technology, clear? And using that you can able to create the server side software or server side logics you can able to create. But these are the programming languages. PLs, I say PLs means programming languages here. But when we are talking about real time development, only programming languages we will not use. Along with the programming languages we use something called frameworks. What we use? Frameworks. So what is the meaning of this frameworks is, first thing, frameworks are not programming languages. They are built on the top of one programming language. Let's say for example, whenever we are doing development with help of Java, we can write Java code, we can develop. But in real time what happens is, people will use Java along with the Spring. What they will use? Java along with the Spring. What is Spring? Spring is one framework. In that what code will be there? Java code only will be there. The only difference is, okay, let's in generalized way I can tell that using 300 lines of code, if you can do some activity using Java, if you use Java along with Spring, both combination, the same you can do in 120 lines or 150 lines. You understood the difference? Just what framework will do is, it will make developer work easy, that's it. But it is not a new language. Java, Spring also same, but Java, only Java if you use it, may take some more time and more what we say, lines of code. If you use framework, it will reduce your time. Like that, not only for the technology, for every technology we have frameworks. Like if you have Node.js, for that we have a framework called Express.js. And for Python we have something like a Django. People call it as Django. Like that you have Django, some people call it as Django, something whatever. So like that for .NET, ADO.NET, like that here. So means what I want to say is, if you want to develop the these technologies, like server side technology or software, if you want, then you should have this combination Java with the Spring, or you should have the combination Node with the Express, or you should have the combination Python with the Java. Clear? Now fine, assume like logic is working. If you enter, assume we created all these things, and for database purpose we can use any kind of database. It's not a big deal. If you are very good at programming, you can connect to any kind of database and you can write the code. Clear? But the very important thing is, all these things from this side, client means we open our browser, right? And then we type, right? Can we able to see that what kind of database they are using in Gmail? No. Can we able to see how the data is compared? No. Can we see? No. As a user, if you open Gmail, can we see how our passwords are matched and all? We cannot see. all these things whatever I have written, yeah, in the server side we cannot see. That's the reason what we say this kind of development or something is like backend. What we say that backend, because we cannot see that. So all the things we cannot see, that's why we call it as backend. Now come to the client side. Okay, Gmail, all logics are created. But the moment when you open a Gmail, generally what happens? The moment we open Gmail, again there we will be having something like pages will be there, different pages will be there. Login page, registration page, home page, all these are called web pages. What we call them? Web pages. And all those together is called website. Web pages, and we call them together as websites. If we wanted to, create complete web application, we have to write the code for server side. At the same time, we have to write the code for client side also. Means already we are done with now server side. We learned something what it is. In the same way, client side also we have to create the web pages. We have to write the code, right? But what we have to create here, website we have to create. If you wanted to create the website, what website will be containing? Web pages only. In any website, what it will be containing? Different. You open any website, what will be there? Home page will be there, something contact page will be there, login page will be, these are called web pages. All together is called website. So if we wanted to work with any web based application, two things should be created. So client side web pages should be created, and server side programs should be created. And whatever we create at this front end side, this side, for client side to see, that we call it as front end. What we call it as front end, because any user opens our website, what he can see, he cannot see what is happening in the server side, but he can see web pages, he can see websites, right? That's the reason we say it as front end. So this is front end, and that is back end. And to develop these web pages, to develop the logics, already we discussed, like, few technologies are required, either Java or Node or Python or .NET something. But to develop this front end or these web pages, what technologies are required? So the technologies we use here are HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React.js. Clear? So these are the technologies which we use to create the web pages or website. And the other side, either Java or Node or Python or .NET we use for creating the server side or backend development. In this, yes, these are client side. Client side means the moment whenever we type something, something will be displayed to us, right? How it is displayed is by writing some code with these technologies, it is getting displayed. And in this, exactly what HTML will do, what JavaScript will do, what React will do, we will see now. Here HTML is something using which we will be adding content to our web page. Clear? Content means whatever we open any web page, what we see? Text. If you open any web page, what we can see? Text or some images or some videos, right? All this is called what? Content. So using HTML, we will be adding content to our web page. Next is what? CSS. Next is what? CSS. So using this CSS, what we do is, using HTML you can add any content to the page, but content will be like dummy, not dummy. What I can say, like bare content, like assume like, hi, dear students, welcome to FullStack. That is the web page I created. Only one heading, like, dear students, welcome to FullStack. But the dear students, welcome to FullStack should be in red color or yellow color, green color. You understand? All such things are, done with the help of CSS. Clear? So CSS is responsible for the appearance of your page. HTML is for what? Content. CSS is for appearance. Means that look. Appearance means what? Look and feel. Using HTML, you can add any content, but that content is not beautiful. Just normally it is added. To make it beautiful, we use CSS. Understood? Yeah. Next, using HTML, CSS, we can create absolutely any website you want to create. But the problem is, the moment you click some button or something, then nothing will happen. It is like a static, like a dummy content. You can only scroll it and you can only see that. But functionality cannot be seen there. If you want to add that functionality, we use what? JavaScript. So the thing is, by default, web pages are static in nature. Any web page you create using HTML and CSS technology, they are what nature? Static nature. Static means which will not change the content. Every day content is same. Got it? Content is same. That is like Wikipedia, same. Scroll, that's it. You don't do anything in that. But let's take example of Facebook. It's not like that. You will do something there. You understand? That is what I am telling. Such functionalities you cannot add using HTML, CSS. You can put image, you can put video, you can put some heading, you can put some paragraphs, but people cannot interact with that. Understood? To make it interacted, we have to use something called JavaScript. So means JavaScript provide that dynamic nature to our web page. That is example. Anything. The moment you click some button, something should happen, right? That something will not happen with HTML. That is what I am telling. Using HTML, I can add the button, but if you click the button, something should happen, right? That will not happen with HTML. I hope you people got the clarity. Using HTML, I can create the button. Using CSS, I can create the beautiful button also. But the moment if I click the button, something should happen, right? That cannot be happened with HTML. I hope you got it. Such things we generally use charts. And HTML is very simple language. We use tags. Tag for everything we use something tag. Open and close tag will be there so that we can able to add the data. Next is what? CSS. CSS is also very simple language. Why? Because just a property will be there. If I want to change the background color, there will be one property called background color. If you write background color yellow, yellow color background color will come. I want to improve the text size, there one property will be there, font size. If I write font size, then size will be increased. So means easy to learn, means there will be no much logical thinking will be there in the HTML and CSS. But when it comes to JavaScript, if you click something, something should happen, right? Means we have to write the code logic, we have to write program, we have to write. Good. So JavaScript is also a programming language. Here Java, Node.js, Python, .NET, okay, they are programming language which are used for creating the server side software. Purpose is different. But here what it is, JavaScript is also a programming language at the client side, but whose purpose is to provide some dynamic nature to our web pages. Okay. But whenever we use any programming language, we are not used only single programming language, right? Along with the programming language, we took the help of what? Some framework, right? For everything we take in the framework, right? In the same way, JavaScript is also a programming language, right? Using pure JavaScript means only JavaScript also we can able to get it. But again, same story. If you use only JavaScript, sometimes you have to write more lines of code. Got it? So for that to happen, what we do is to avoid that, we have frameworks here again. For JavaScript programming language front end also we have the frameworks. But this side, if you observe, how many facilities are there or options are there for you? Java, Node, Python, .NET, PHP, so many things are there. But when it comes to this client side, we have only one option, JavaScript. There is no escape, only one language. It's a popular language. That's the reason for this. The number of frameworks also more, not just one frameworks. Here we have so many frameworks. In that category, we have Angular. What are the frameworks? Angular, okay, React, Vue.js, and Ember.js. Next.js, like that we have so many JavaScript related frameworks are there. But out of all of them, these three are what I can say, like very popular. These three are very popular frameworks. Right? We'll be having in the market so many products will be there, but out of them we know like few brands are more popular. In the same way, for JavaScript we have so many frameworks are available, but in that three are more popular, and out of them Angular and React are more popular. And into that again, React has got more popularity in recent days. In recent days, recent years, I can say, due to its functionality, due to its features and all that. I will talk in the later sessions. Now you cannot understand. So React. So that's the reason, after JavaScript, what we will learn? React. So here, whoever does this development are known as front end developers in the industry. And whoever does this development using Java, Spring, or using Node Express, or using Python, Django, anything, whoever does this, those people are known as backend developers. And whoever does this both, front end and back end, they are known as full stack developers. You understood now who is full stack developer? And the full stack development meaning is creating the front end side, at the same time creating the back end side. So creating both the sides is nothing but the full stack development. And whoever does that, whoever do that two things, are known as full stack developers. So this is what complete web application development. Right now, if you talk about any new application now, you want something like Amazon kind of new application, then you are starting everything from the scratch. You'll be creating the web pages, how it should look like, and that you are doing buttons, everything you are creating here. The moment you click button, something you are writing. Next to server side also, you are writing all the programs, login how to, registration how to happen, search how to happen, check cart how to happen, place orders, and payment. Everything you are writing the code, means front end and back end you are writing. That is called complete end to end web application development. So that is what full stack development is about. Clear? And here in this course, I am providing here the two things that two flavors here are there for you to choose, um, for your full stack here. Front end, already we discussed the technologies are fixed, that is HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and something like React JS. And next is backend. So backend side, you guys can have option, like you can choose technology. Like if you go with the Java technology, so inside the Java you will be having complete Java, that is like core Java you'll be learning, okay. And advanced Java you'll be learning. Along with that, database will be there. So SQL related database and MySQL database will be there. Or you can choose Node.js. So in this Node.js, if you choose, here you will be having Node.js technology will be there. You will be learning it, and in that advanced level one framework will be like this. And even in the Java, you will be learning even something called Spring. You heard Spring, right? Just now we discussed. So along with that, in the advanced Java only, you will be having that concept of Spring will be there. Yeah. Now in this, you'll be having the Node.js, Express.js, and we'll be having something like MongoDB. Will be there. Clear? And I will be dealing with these two. You can choose. See, these are fixed, front end fixed, and back end side. So these are the things. Java you can go, or Node you can go. Other than this, you will be having a Python as well. But Python I don't deal. Someone will teach that back end. But I'll be teaching both. This one. Java backend, and as well as this node related backend. And coming to this course, in this course, a complete full stack course, you'll be doing 6 plus 1, total 7 live real time projects you'll be doing. And during this course, I'll be providing more than 60 plus assignments or tasks I will be giving you, and I will be conducting tests, weekly tests, and as well as mock interviews also will be conducted to you. And these many tasks or these many assignments you won't be getting anywhere, guys. So because all are technical related things I'll be giving you, and the course is completely practical oriented course will be there, where no nothing like a theoretical concept, just will be understanding the concept and immediately will be implementing the concept. So in that way course will be there, and the people whoever is attending for classroom sessions, so for these people for practice purpose, and here I'll be opening your lab area from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. You guys can sit back here at any time and you can able to practice. And for the online people, we do have a special group will be there, one online group will be there, and in that all your tasks will be monitored, and task will be posting the task, and the same time people will be monitoring it, and people will be helping you. And apart from this, once you are done with all this course, I'll make sure you people create one account called GitHub account. Like Facebook, like LinkedIn have one account called GitHub. So in this account, what will be there is whatever the projects you did, all the projects you can put in this account, and then this you can mention in the resume. Understood? GitHub is the account where you will put all these 7 projects and extra projects also. You'll keep all the projects so that recruiters will come to know like you are done the course, not just theoretical. You did so many practical things also. They will come to know, and those links will be providing in the resume. So once you are done with that, then you'll be working with both interview and as well as resume preparation sessions will be there, and we will be holding you provided if you follow our rules and our regulations properly, like means if you are really serious about job and all, and we will be holding you guys until you get job. Clear? So these are the features of our program. I told you, right, complete full stack. What are the things? First, I told what is full stack and all. Then, what are the things discussed in the full stack, like the technologies I told you, right? And the next thing is, so these are features. What are the things which you are going to get if you learn full stack development course from our side? So that's it from my side, guys. If you guys are having any doubts regarding this, you can ask me now. I'm open to your questions, guys. I'm happy to answer you. You can ask any doubt. All doubts are valid. You can ask anything. You can post your question in the chat box, or you can unmute yourself and you can ask the doubts. Yeah, Murthy. Else, if you are clear with the things what we are going to learn and all, if you got the at least the understanding of full stack and all, just give me the confirmation that you are clear. Put that in the chat box, like you are clear, provided if you are clear with the things. Else, if you have any doubts, just let me know. Murthy. Nipun. So, so today we learned about what is just full stack and all that, like a demonstration session. So the direct session will be mostly on Monday. So our administration people will intimate you, and we'll be directly starting from the sessions. That in that we'll be starting with the front end development. So this complete starts from the this complete full stack development program starts from the front end development. In that we'll start with the HTML. Everything I will talk from the scratch. You don't need to worry. Even though you are from any background, technical background, it doesn't matter. You don't need to worry at all, because everything I will be starting from the scratch. Clear? So our journey starts from the basic things. First, what is HTML, why, and all. We'll start from that. So okay, so let's not waste our time, because this journey takes some more time to learn the complete understanding about full stack development, right? So that's the reason we I'm not going to put much weight for the regular session, so I don't want to. So directly we'll be starting the sessions, so where the class will be 11 a.m. The class will be at 11 a.m. And but regarding all these things, my administration people will intimate you, but it will be starting at 11 a.m. Mostly by Monday or Tuesday the class will get started. Clear? And once you are done with HTML, CSS, JavaScript, all front end related stuff, React JS, that will take around 1.5 months. And after that we will start the backend. The backend could be anything, Node.js you can choose, or you know Java backend also you can choose. That is purely your choice. You can make a choice of it. Clear? So so that's it, guys. That's it from my side. Thank you so much, guys. Looking forward to meet you on regular sessions.